week I noticed that some of you had some difficulty in the discussion forum and you lost a lot of points. So I'm going to go through what the process is for posting in the discussions just to make sure that everybody's on the same page and you understand how to do that, because I don't want you to lose points again. I will use your week one discussion forum for examples. So, in the TBLS discussion forum for week one, you were to talk about negative and positive self-talk and how that affects the quality of your life and why. Your instructions are to answer the question with relevant comments that demonstrate comprehension of the topic. So I want to probably define self-talk so my instructor knows that I understand what self-talk is. We want to convey a professional tone when representing our opinions and ideas. We want to respond with at least 5 complete sentences in that original response. Express complete thoughts written in sentences with proper punctuation. Use content that's appropriate with your vocabulary and be grammatically correct. With that, you're going to receive 3 points for doing all of those and posting that initial response by Wednesday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. There are 5 total points available for that TBLS discussion. So in order to receive 5 points, I must also post at least 2 additional responses, replying to the post of 2 different classmates or responding to the post from one classmate and your instructor. Don't post that same reply to more than one classmate or instructor. Both of those replies have to be on separate days. So if you do your original discussion on Monday, do your reply on Tuesday, and then another reply on Wednesday. Just make sure they're on 2 separate dates. Now those replies are not due until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. But again, we want to offer relative comments to further the dialogue of that discussion thread. And always remember to use a professional tone and respect the opinions and the ideas of others. In your responses, you want to respond with at least 3 complete sentences. And you can do that easily when you express complete thoughts. Watch your vocabulary and your spelling and be original. Don't just post the same reply over and over. So, with doing all of those, you're going to receive 5 points for your discussion this week. Here's an example for your original response. We all use self-talk, whether we are aware of it or not. It is that voice inside our head that gives us instructions. There is positive and negative self-talk, and both have an impact on how we feel. If we listen to negative self-talk, we'll feel pretty bad about ourselves quickly. Negative talk makes us miserable. Positive self-talk will make us feel good about ourselves. So with this post, I've met all the criteria of my original discussion. My instructor knows that I understand what self-talk is. I've answered the question, and I have at least 5 complete sentences. I should expect to receive 3 points for this post. Now, for your responses, you're going to do 2 responses to either a classmate and an instructor or 2 classmates. Remember, those responses have to be on different days. So, they also have to have 3 complete sentences. In this example, I write, I like your idea about thinking of a negative thought like a red flag. The minute you realize that negative thought, wave the red flag to stop. I think I can use that, and it will be helpful to avoid negativity. Thank you. Now, I've met the criteria for one of my posts. It's over 3 complete sentences. A lot of times some students will just say, good post, or I like your idea. Expand on that a little bit. Say what was good about the post or what idea you liked and why you liked it. And that'll help you meet that sentence criteria and also show your instructor that you understand what you're discussing this week. Here's an example of your second response. Remember that second response has to be on a different day. You were right. We can all gain confidence and success with positive thoughts. For example, if I'm having difficulty with an assignment, instead of saying, I can't do it, I need to say, even though this assignment is hard, I can do it. I have tools available to help me, my instructor, my advisor, and my coach, just to name a few. Examples are helpful when you're making your post because they show me that you understand the discussion. Now, I've met all of the criteria for the TBLS discussion. My original post, which had to be 5 sentences, and I answered the question, and then 2 responses, each on different days, furthering the dialogue. Those responses have to be a minimum of 3 sentences each. I can expect to receive the total of 5 points for my work this week on the TBLS discussion. Now, on your LOM or UHB discussions, it follows that same exact criteria. So make sure you follow that. Now, the point system's a little bit different. On the UHB and LOM assignment, your original is worth 13 points, and then your discussions are worth 12. So please make sure you are participating. Also make sure you're using correct spelling and correct grammar. We need to understand what you're trying to tell us. So make sure you follow those rules as well. They do count in the grading system. If you just go back and proofread before you hit submit, I'm sure you will find those errors yourself. But you can use a spell check and grammar check software as well. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to reading your post this week.